my friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. If you like this video while you're watching, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, and if you would consider subscribing. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. So today what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to talk about today, is my recommendations video for the upcoming sale for Sephora, which is really coming very fast and furiously. I think I'll put the dates in the description down below for you, but I do know that ROUGE members the sale starts for them on November 5th. I am a ROUGE member, so I fully will be guns a-blazing on the 5th. I'm definitely going to be shopping the sale. I have quite a few loves in my list. And then, of course, I'll just figure out ultimately what I really want to get during the sale. So without further ado, I'm going to get into my recommendations. It was kind of a tough decision. Well, in some ways it wasn't, but I have a lot of, I like makeup and beauty, so I have a pretty vast collection. And so I really went through and I looked at what are the items or the products that I really use pretty consistently and I really love, and I would definitely buy again and maybe even have purchased more than once. So I tried to break it down by category. So I wanted to start off with some highlighting products. The first one is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is the large size, so this is like the regular size that you can get. I have shade 3. I really like this. Honestly, when I first saw this product, I knew I was gonna like it. It just sounded like right up my alley. It's got like the perfect name. But I didn't know really how to use it, and I had to watch some videos, and you can pretty much put this under your foundation. You can wear it as a foundation if you just really want to give yourself a glow. It will not really give you color, but if you've got great skin, or you're not really a makeup person but you just want to glow, or you want to have like a no makeup day, this will work. It really does not give coverage though, if that's what you would be looking for, but I like to wear this under my makeup. So I'll show you which foundation I really like to wear it under once I get to the foundations that I'm going to recommend. But I love this product. I would definitely repurchase this. Like I said, I wear shade 3. One of the things that Charlotte Tilbury has done more recently is she made like mini versions of the Hollywood Flawless Filter. So, and what I love about that is, you know, this product is around $44, $45. So even with a little bit of savings, it could still be it could be a little spendy. And then you just, if you want to try a different shade, she's got these little minis that you can purchase, and these are only $15. I picked up 2 Fair. This I use more like a highlighting product, so I'll just put this one like on the top of my cheeks, or if I just want to brighten a little bit and look a little more glowy, because this is really light for me. So, but it works. That's what's interesting about these products, is you could kind of play around with these shades, and you would be surprised at the range that you can really get away with. And I also have 4.5 medium. So this is 3, and then this is 4.5 medium. So you can see that this medium is just a little bit deeper. And so if you don't really want to go all in on the regular size, I highly recommend these smaller ones. These small ones do sell out because they're small and people want to try them, or maybe they just don't, they like to have a couple of different shades and they don't want to go in on this larger size. So highly recommend those. I've been using these for the last couple of years and I really like them a lot. For setting powder, Speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Here's what it looks like, and I get shade 2 medium. Now what I like to do with this product is I really just like to put it under my eyes. Like, so I really use this to set my eyes. Sometimes I'll brush it like up on the top of my lip or where my chin is if I think it's a little too shiny. But I won't put this all over my face because I just don't like that powder look. And, you know, with over 40 skin, you gotta be careful with powders, in my opinion. At least that's for me. But this is a great powder. I really like this powder a lot, and I would highly recommend this. And if you already use it, of course, it's a great thing to pick up during the sale if you're running low. Couple of lip products that I wanted to mention. I wore this in my last 2 videos. It's the Fenty Cream Gloss Bomb. There's not a lot of shades. I want to say there's only about 5 because this is like a newer formula for her. So her gloss bombs are like famous and they're great, and I have a whole bunch of them, and she usually does like a little mini kit every year. But this shade, and I don't typically wear shades like this, but I just thought it was such a beautiful red shade. And so the name of this is Fruit Snacks. That's the shade. And these feel so good on the lips, just like her original gloss formula. I think these are awesome. One of the things that I'm going to pick up during the sale is one of her heat versions of this, which is like her lip plumping version. Those also are getting really good reviews. But this is great. This is a great holiday shade, which is another reason why I had it in my recommendations. So highly recommend this. This is great. She always puts out a couple, like Charlotte Tilbury puts out a couple of, little holiday kits. And last year she did one for Pillow Talk. And if you know anything about Charlotte Tilbury, she's really capitalized on that shade. And so this is, and I think she's doing it again this year. So this is part of the holiday kit, one of her holiday sets she's doing this year. And this is just a great pinky brown shade. Pretty much anybody can wear this shade. I mean, most people can. And there's the lip liner. That's the lip cheat. So I think it's a great way to try a couple of her formulas. Last year, I think she gave like a collagen lip bath and one of her other lip gloss formulas in the set, and I wound up purchasing full sizes of it when I was done because I just thought they were such great products. And I'm sure this is like one of the ways that brands sort of either get their name out there or get their products out there. That's why buying these holiday sets is really good, because you get to try some of their products that you wouldn't normally try during the year because they're not doing those kind of sets normally. But the holiday time, there's tons of them out there, and Sephora has so many of them this year. They all look really good. And anyway, she's got 2, and I believe both of them are Pillow Talk. A couple of other lip products that I really enjoy and would highly recommend is the Huda Beauty lipsticks. These first got on my radar from Mel Thompson. She had a bunch of them sent to her by the company, and she did like a try on and so forth. And these are, if you don't like the feel of a lipstick, you're not a matte gal, and you really want something that's a little bit more, it's going to give you some shine, some hydration. I don't know what these are called. They're cream lipsticks. So they kind of come in these like ombre packages. They have a magnetic closure, which sounds awesome. I have Sweet Cheeks, and then the other one that I have is Angel. So that one is Sweet Cheeks, that one's Angel. They're both great. I've actually got Sweet Cheeks on today, so you can see how that's looking. I love these. These are great. I could probably buy every single one of them. And they're all in this sort of tone. So they're more of like pinky mauve and nude and light pink. So they're all those kind of shades if you're really into that, which I am. I love all those kind of shades. That's what I tend to gravitate towards is all those sorts of shades. So probably every one of them would be something I would like to have in my arsenal. But really I really like these two shades, and I love the formula of the cream lipsticks. An honorable mention is the Natasha Denona Lip Euphorias. I just checked before I started this video, and these are half off right now on Sephora. I have another shade, Caramel, that is currently, I don't even think it's available. I don't know if they're just not going to carry them anymore. But that is the shade. It's kind of like this brown, vampy kind of, shade, if you will. But it's got some red in it. It's the perfect autumn, holiday time, winter shade. And they're very opaque. So this is how it goes on. And they're very high shine, and they feel really nice on the lips. I'm actually going to pick up a couple of the shades that they do have left, because like I said, they're half off. So you might not even want to wait until the until the sale. Just run over there now and get this. But these are great. I love these. So those are the lip products that I could think of that are available still and that I really like and use. The next category I wanted to move on to is bronzers. So I've actually got a few bronzers that I would like to recommend that I pulled out to do this video. One that came out, I think this came out last year. It's the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I mean, you could tell that I like Charlotte Tilbury's brand. I just think she's got a great brand. This is the Airbrush Bronzer. I got it in 2 medium. And this is first of all, the packaging is beautiful. It's very weighty. And then it's got a hole in the back here. So you only pay for the whole thing once, and then you just, you could just buy the refills. So the second time, although I don't know if you'd ever go through this. Look at this. I mean, I've been using this quite a bit, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get through this, but this is the medium shade is just such a lovely, it's, you know, how some bronzers, when you put them on, they're either really dark or they're shimmery or glowy. This is a very natural bronze. So it just gives you this like touch of bronze, and it's very natural, and it's, you know, anybody can use it, but I really think for mature skin, this is a great bronzer. And it's just, you know, it's not too dark. You could build on it, and it's really hard to even get this to pick up. It's one of those things you really just gotta like use your brush and get it on. But it's just a really nice bronzer. I've really enjoyed using it, and like I said, I know there are people that have hit pan on this, but they must be bronzing quite a bit and using a lot of it, because it's really big. You could see how big this is, it's even too big for my hand. So that's one bronzer. Newer bronzers that I've tried and I really, really like is from Danessa Myricks, and this one is, the shade that I use is light. And then here's it's a cream to powder bronzer. Now you could see that I'm hitting pan on this. In fact, I'll probably pick one up during the sale. That's how much I like this bronzer. This is a gorgeous bronzer. It's just the perfect shade for me. I would say I'm light to medium. I have an olive undertone to my skin, and this is just the perfect shade. It's so easy to blend out. You can't use too much. If you do, it'll blend out. So it's not like using a powder where you might hit it and go, oh boy, I gotta really buff this out now. You can't make a mistake with this, and it just has this beautiful finish to it. Highly recommend it. Been loving this. And then the other one, this is really new to my arsenal, and this is or my collection, is the LYS brand. This is the No Limits Matte Bronzer. I got it in the shade Harmony Medium. First of all, I love this rose pink shiny. It's very Patrick Ta-like component, and everything is like this triangle, all their components. And then here's the bronzer itself. This bronzer is more pigmented. So where this one is kind of mistake proof because you could really build it, the Charlotte Tilbury, this one is a cream to powder. You can buff this out. The LYS, at least this shade, is very pigmented. So you kind of gotta, like swirl your brush and tap it off and then like lightly buff. But it does buff out. So if you put too much on, you can, it really blends out nicely. And so I literally only had this like days, and I've used it, like I have it on today, and I've used it the last few days. I love it. Love this. This is wonderful. Both of these are really great. Two different types of formulas, really, but very good. Very good. Really liking them. Moving on to foundation. I'll talk about an older one that I've had and a newer one that I've purchased and been using and like, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Now I've got two shades. The first shade I bought was the 6 Neutral, and then I went ahead and I got, for the summer, I got 6 Warm. So here's the two shades that I have. They're very similar, except the Warm is just a little warmer. And then I said earlier that I told you how I like to use this, and I was going to mention it when I got to that point. So this, what I like a full coverage foundation. At least when I'm working, I like to use a full coverage foundation when I'm going to the office. The thing about this foundation is it's pretty good with masks, so it won't like rub off if you have to wear a mask. It's full coverage, and but the thing is, and it might even be matte. I don't know, but it does dry down a little bit matte. It's not dry, but it's not glowy or anything, and it's not satin. And it's not, and it's not like I've had super matte foundations that I just don't like. And it doesn't do that either. But because of that finish, what I like to do is put this underneath the Airbrush Flawless Filter Hollywood. I put that underneath, and then I put this over it. And it's the perfect combination. Love the way that looks. Like I said, I have 2 different shades because one is like my winter and one's like my summer. And then a newer one that I've been using and mentioning in my videos is the Air Flash. This is the Dior Spray Foundation. And my shade is, let me see, 321. Yeah, it just has a number. Anyway, this is a very light foundation. So this is going to give you light, beady, buildable to medium. And it's great. I just put this on the back of my hand. I've used my hands to apply it. I really find that using my hand is the best way to apply it because it's so light that a sponge absorbs a product and then it's like wasteful. But I've been able to build this up to a pretty good medium. And so I like wearing this when I'm doing like my videos or on the weekends, or, you know, I don't really wear it to the office or anything because, like I said, I like a fuller coverage because I like to really, you know, do a full beat. But like, this is a great, I wear this a lot on the weekends. It's really a nice foundation. So that's my foundation recommendation. For sunscreen, I have two recommendations. The Supergoop, love this brand, love this sunscreen. This is the Unseen sunscreen. This is their largest one that they carry. I think it's 2.5 ounces. The one that they have at Sephora is the 1.7 ounce, so you could see the size difference. Speaking of which, I also like the glow screen. So the one that I use the most is the Unseen sunscreen. You don't need a lot of this. It has like almost like a primer feel to it. So it's very emollient like, but it's not greasy or anything like that. It really feels like a primer. That's what it feels like. So I put this on and then I put my foundation on, and it doesn't interrupt, you know, the integrity of the foundations that I use. It just really, to me, it's a perfect sunscreen. Really, really like it. When I want to bump up my glow a little bit, I do the glow sunscreen. This is also good. I just wouldn't have this on hand because if you don't feel like being glowy, you know, and if you had to choose between the two, the first one I would get is the Unseen sunscreen. Really like that a lot. I also like the Play version. The only thing is I think it's like a different type of sunscreen than the Glow and the Unseen. And so that also has, while that's a 50, these are a 40 sunscreen. While that's a 50 sunscreen, it does have a little bit of like a suntan lotion scent. So I'll use that if I'm going for a walk, or I'm going to be outside, or I'm going for a bike ride and I want that extra SPF because I'm going to be in the direct sun. I'll use the Play version for that. So really a great skincare sunscreen line. Highly recommend. Moving on to brows, one of the products that is newer to me and that I've been using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. This, I never really was into like I don't even know what they call those brows. I can't think of the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about, where you kind of like, you comb them up and then you put this in there and then you use the product and it kind of makes them look fluffy, laminated. That's the word. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, this is really good. I really like this. I've been using this when I want to get that more fluffy eyebrow look. I don't have that on today, but I do enjoy using this and I would highly recommend it. I know there's a few on the market that people have been talking about and using, but this is the only one I've tried and I really like it. It doesn't flake. It doesn't make my eyebrows feel hard or crispy or anything like that, crunchy or weird. It doesn't do that at all. It just really just gives you that nice fluffy eyebrow look and helps you shape your eyebrows if you want. So definitely recommend that. Moving on to a face palette that I would recommend, and that is the Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe. This is the lighter version. And that's how that's looking. If you want to see me talk about this in great detail, my videos are down below on my page. I only have about 9. I'm a new YouTube channel, so it'll be easy enough for you to find. But I compare this to previous palettes and the ones that I have in my collection, and I go into great detail on it. But bottom line, I do recommend this. But if you want to see my comparisons and my in-depth review of it, definitely check that video out down below. As far as blushes go, I have a few that I would recommend. One is the new Patrick Ta. This is the Major Headlines palette. Now, I understand that this is going in and out of stock, and some people have had trouble getting their hands on it. However, if they do have it in stock, this is what it's looking like. I also did an in-depth review down below in my videos. If you want to see my in-depth review of this palette, definitely it's a beautiful palette if you can get your hands on it. The other one that I would recommend, this is also a newer brand for me, is the Pat Mcgrath, and this is from her holiday collection. The one that I got was the Galactic Sun. It has Divine Rose, Desert Orchid, and Golden Nectar, and that's how that's looking. This is a really pretty palette. I watched some videos, and some of the YouTubers that have a lot of Pat Mcgrath and are very versed on her brand said this was a great little palette, because her blushes, of course, if you buy them singularly, they're much bigger. But let's face it, I mean, are we really going to go through those big size blushes? I don't know if I ever will, because I like blush, so I have a lot of blush, but definitely like this. This is her new release. I would recommend that. And that's what I recommend for blushes. And by the way, in the Hourglass, there's 2 blushes in here too that are really nice. Very beautiful. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes, I have a few here that I want to mention. A couple are new and a couple are a little bit older. Talking about Pat Mcgrath and her new release, I recommend her Odyssey palette. This is her large holiday palette that she did this year. I've been really having fun with this. I did an in-depth review and I did an eye look, and that's in my videos down below if you want to go and check that out. I have timestamps in that video because it's kind of long, so if you don't want to watch the whole thing. But yeah, I actually wore this shadow and this blue yesterday, and I created a really pretty, and it's effortless. I mean, I created a beautiful look with that, and the palette is nice. A lot of people are saying they like it a lot more from last year's holiday palette, and this is if you want to try Pat Mcgrath, it's a great way to try her eyeshadows. Or if you just really like the color story, or if you want to give it to somebody else and introduce them to the brand, I think it's beautiful. I love the packaging. This packaging is so pretty. So a couple of, and then one more newer one. So also the Natasha Denona Holiday Palette. I also did a video on this, and I demonstrated a look or two there. This is what it comes like. So it comes like this. And it comes with a little Natasha Denona brush. And so it comes packaged in this box like that. And this is beautiful. I love Natasha Denona's mini palettes. So those are newer palettes. And then the other 3 palettes I would recommend that are have been around. One is the Glam Palette. I love this palette. I think it came out last year. Beautiful if you like cool tones, or you have a cool tone lover in your life. This is really good. I also really recommend the Bronze Palette because this is perfect for this time of year. We're in autumn right now. Perfect palette for this time of year. And then this one I want to mention to you, the Sunrise Palette. This is an older release. I think it's a couple of years old. This palette is actually half off right now at Sephora. So if you've been eyeing this and you really want it, I think it's like $32 right now. It's half off, so perfect. And then the last 2 that I want to mention are these little Makeup by Mario 4-quad palettes. These are really nice. I have this one. This one is the Rosy Glam. And I checked Sephora, and these are still available. These are, oops, I hope I didn't break that. These are half off right now. And this one is the Party Glam. So this is the blue one. Highly pigmented, very, I mean, this is so holiday. If you like blues and golds, gorgeous. And these feel nice too. They're nice and weighty. So these are not half off, but they're normally 25. And when I checked the site, they were 15. So, you know, you've got the Sunrise palette that I just dropped. I might be buying another one if it's broken. That's half off. These are down to 15 right now. The Lipophorias, whatever ones they have this color available, and they have like 3 others that are half off right now. It's 4. So those you can even grab right now. And then the last 2 products that I want to mention, one is a highlight. This is also similar to this product, except this doesn't have any color. So this is just like see how that comes out? And then I'll rub it in so you can see. You can actually put this at the top of your cheeks. And I really don't know what they call this. Let's see. Glowy Super Gel. Okay, the shade is Star Glow. I bought the mini and I liked it so much and was using it so much, I went back and got the full size. This is beautiful. This is a clean brand at Sephora. So you can put this under your makeup. You could mix it in with your makeup. You could put it over your makeup. If you were doing a no makeup day and you just wanted to give yourself some added glow. Beautiful product. Love that. And then finally, my setting spray that I would recommend is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. And you can see how loved this is. I love this. This gives your face like a nice, it sets your makeup, so it really helps it not move, especially if you're wearing a mask. And it gives like a nice little like glow. You're not glowy, but it gives like a nice radiance, if you will, like the finish. And I do know that for the holidays, they'd have 2 minis for like $29. So if you wanted to try it or you're a traveler, highly recommend that holiday set. So that's it. Those are my recommendations. I think I got to everything. So those are my recommendations for the sale. Again, the sale starts on November 5th for Rouge members. And then I want to say it runs through the 15th. And so I think from 11/5 to like 11/10, I think is Rouge. And then it like graduates from there. But I'll put the dates down in the description box. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful for you. I like to watch these videos myself because I like to see what people recommend and what's on their list. I do have 2 palettes on my list, and one of them is the Patrick Ta, and the other one is this year's Charlotte Tilbury Holiday. I think Smoky Eyes Are Forever is the name of it. If you have either one of those palettes, I would love if you would comment which one you think I should get. I'm trying not to buy both. I love eyeshadow palettes, but if you give me your feedback on those palettes, I'd love to hear from you. And again, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you could hit that like button before you go, I'd really appreciate it. So thank you for stopping by and watching the video, and have a great day.